Hello, everyone. Yes, we are online. Amazing. I want to take this time to go a little bit deeper upon why I am recording myself the way that I'm doing, based on the interactions that I'm having with that as a platform, as a portfolio. Because I noticed that a lot of the people that I'm in interaction with people around me, the culture that I'm in, is that we are searching for likes, for validation. So creating pieces of content that score um, most value, most interactions, most um, like dopamine shots. Quite a lot of them. If you have like 1,000 likes, then it feels like it's worth something. No, it really isn't that much. Well, it is, but it's different. And it's very different in comparison to the um, videos that I use this for. Because I've personally, a couple of days ago, I mentioned something within the live book, which is the social life, social area. And I've got like 11 views on that video. Like, but the trick thing is, if I can help 11 people with their live book creation, with helping them to achieve more insights, more knowledge, then it's worth it. And just that, then it's worth it. And the second thing, what I noticed, is that I am partially recording myself for interacting with myself later on to experience the knowledge that I'm giving in that moment that I'm giving it, if that makes sense. Because I've personally struggled with like actually recording myself and then listen back to it. I really felt, well, like a puppet, like I was really ashamed of myself. And maybe you are in that state of that yourself as well. Like perhaps you're already creating something, maybe even just sending out voice messages and then sending that to someone else, but then not actually playing that backwards towards each other, towards yourself. And I want to invite you to lean into that one because there's so much growth with experiencing your own thoughts, your own train of thought. And sometimes, like like today, I had a specific coaching session which was recorded. It's like a playful one, kind of. And it is being recorded. And if it was recorded, and if I'm going to re-listen to it, I kind of don't want to re-listen to it because it wasn't my normal strengths of an actual coaching conversation. Because there was coach, coachee, and like 7 other people that were observing our conversation, which made me aware of them watching, which made me change my behaviors. And it's probably a good thing when I'm doing that and then re-watching that. Because many of us, and this is in that layer deeper than this, um, many of us are in search for knowledge. And what if that knowledge is already there inside of you? Like constantly, it's already in that state. Because, yeah, and this is a tricky one. I was talking about this recently as well. Um, we as human beings have kind of connected our intellect into the most important thing that we do, that our knowledge is, that our worth is. You see that in the educational systems as well, as in the one that is able to process more information and to like give the correct answers on a specific test, that person is worth more to get to better school, better education, better paycheck, and all of these levels. But what I noticed in myself, compare, I've kind of had a good educational system for myself as an electrical engineer. So I do have a lot of like Western knowledge, whatever that means. And I noticed that I was missing something underneath all of this, which isn't solvable by intellect. And that kind of led me into that whole level of self-development and really tuning into myself as a human being. And yeah, based on that, I found more of the core of myself in a certain way. Like I actually feel healthier. Like even the way that I'm standing here, with my blouse all messed up. Like I'm standing like straight. I'm sitting up straight. Like I'm energetic about a new day, a new piece of moment. And I notice it for my health, which is getting better. I notice for my personal alignments, my emotional alignments, my intellectual alignments, my reaction, like reducing the level of fear, me promoting this, standing this out live. This is not something that I was comfortable doing 2 years ago. And the fun thing is partially why I'm doing this and the way that I'm doing this is personal knowledge system, which includes like externalizing your own thoughts, your ideas, your visions into an external platform. And during my own self-development, it started off with Notion specifically. And Notion is a private database where you list out all of your ideas, thoughts, actions, information, contacts, like daily habits, ritual, routines, notes, like everything of my life is kind of in there. And I notice it is growing a little bit by a little bit, which is really helping me as an individual. And so I'm promoting this now more and more for the purpose of building my own personal knowledge system. And what I'm seeing happening right now with that movement of AI coming up is with you sharing your own story, your own like a timeline and your own knowledge into a digital system and making that traceable and findable. Because I've kind of thought about, and this was, I think, even like 20 years ago, like just before the just before Facebook got bigger. So like in that level of hives, stuff like that, well, 2004, approximately that. I was already thinking about these kind of things. Like, okay, what if you can manage your own data and your own knowledge, and that you can put in your own insights into a specific situation? This could be, I had that yesterday with someone, like having that call with someone, and I had an emotional reaction based on that call. I'm like, let me tune into that system, as in writing about it specifically. And I thought about this beforehand, like 20 years ago, kind of just to manage my contact list, adding a picture on that, connecting that with the calendar, capturing my notes. And in that time, I wasn't really skilled enough. Obviously, like my focus wasn't high enough. And I was like kind of running away from my own traumas, from my own deeper parts that I was ashamed of. And this amazing thing that happens. Oh, by the way, it was Friday. No, I missed Speak and Inspire. That kind of sucks. Okay. Yeah, this amazing thing that happens was a storyline in Madeira, where I really became friends with my own ego, or even like being thankful for him for like saving me in the moments that I was not sure about wanting to continue with this life. And that was a very deep one that truly went through all of the layers. And that really unlocked a lot of potential. And being in that state right now, more and more, makes me, to be honest, feel invincible quite often. I do have some layers that are still struggling with. But it's like, I don't care what someone else thinks. Well, I do with some levels, but it's less and less. And really speaking from that space of full acceptance of the self. And that's such a nice one. And it started off with coaching, the certified certified life coaching really helped me specifically. Because I am using those tips and tricks on myself with my personal acknowledgement system as a giving a feedback back to me. And that's a very interesting one. So, all in all, I'm going to watch a movie in a second. Like it's almost 11, so and like right now, I'm working as one of the team leaders for a cleaning company. So I'm redirecting a couple of the cleaners to doing the work there, and it's quite interesting. I'm learning a lot from or in human interactions, like what's happening, what to say, what not to say, how to deal with certain stuff in a politically correct manner, and at the same time still being straightforward enough to actually get your point across. And that's something that me as an electrical engineer am learning how to do this properly. And that's a very nice state to be in. So partially with stuff like this, with interactions that I have, it is sharing publicly about what I can. Because like yesterday I met someone from Ghana. I don't know how you pronounce it in English. Yeah, I think it's just Ghana. And he was searching for a level of knowledge. And I can understand that. I was in that state. And with me sharing my own thoughts, ideas, crystallizing my own ideas, make sure that I can offer my package more clearly and to work with more people at the same time. And that's a very fun, interesting thing to do. Yeah, so I really want to create a Livebook community with people to help them to create their ideal life in a specific way with the Livebook framework. And yeah, I would really love that. So let's make that happen. Still, there is a layer inside of me that I haven't tackled. What if life is easy? What if